What's up guys, Ghost here, and today I've got a little guide to callouts on Mirage for CSGO. So if any of you guys are new players, you have absolutely no idea what any of the callouts on this map mean when your teammates are communicating with you, then hopefully I will be able to show you guys a few of the common ones. So we're going to be starting as the CTs here, because that's usually the team where you need the callouts the most, so that when some terrorists are pushing into a bomb site, you can let your teammates know exactly where they're coming from. So this area, of course, is the CT spawn, but you guys already knew that. And then coming up here into A site, we have the CT stairs. This little corner here is usually known as ticket booth or ticket, and this one is known as trash for obvious reasons. So moving into the site, we have these three different boxes. This one here is called triple stack, and this is danger box. Now this one here is a common place for a terrorist to hide behind if he's planted the bomb. It also gives you a nice little head glitch position to headshot anyone coming up there on top of stairs if they're rotating and coming through connector. This area is called firebox, so always remember to check that if you haven't when you're retaking the site. Then we have balcony, which leads up into palace. So this is under balcony, and this here is over balcony or on top of balcony. And then of course in there is palace itself. Next we have the A stairs, more simply referred to as stairs. Some people will actually call this E-box too. In between here we have sandwich, and on the other side we have Tetris. You know, obvious reason. There's a lot of boxes piled up on top of each other. Moving in down here we have the A ramp or T ramp, which is of course a very common place for the terrorists to attack the site from. Down here there aren't really too many callouts. This is called T roof or the terrorist roof. Sometimes people will hide there if they're trying to pick you as a CT if you're coming on a rotate, for example. So it's maybe a good idea to look up there and check sometimes. But other than that, this area behind is generally just known as the T-spawn, which is over there. So coming back round to the back of the site for a moment, we have jungle, and here we have connector. Alright, so just coming back to the spawn for a minute, I'm going to show you guys some of the callouts for names on B site, and then after B, we're going to go and we're going to take a look down mid. Okay, so this area here is called kitchen. This is kitchen window, and then we have kitchen door that I'm coming out of here. Once we're on site, we have bench. This is a very, very common place that you will hear people calling out. We'll say he's on bench. That usually means he's behind this wall. He can pick people off coming from short over there. Next round here, as I mentioned just before, I think this area here is commonly known as short, and then further along here is known as catwalk. Up here we have apartments, and down here we have van or car. A lot of the time T's will plant the bomb, and they will hide here behind van, or they'll maybe boost up here, and then they will get into apartments. The area you can actually plant the bomb in here is generally speaking known as on-site. If you hear somebody say that there's one T on-site or one CT on-site, that generally means that he's actually within the vicinity of where you can plant the bomb. So coming up here through apps and retracing, I actually destroyed this plant pot, but this corner is usually known as plant, because usually, as I say, there is a plant there. I already destroyed it. Coming through here, we have stove. Some people will hide in here if you're on a rotate and try and pop you in the head there as you're coming through. Then we have underpass. This is the underpass stairs, and down here we have the underpass. Alright guys, so now I'm going to show you some of the callouts for mid. We're actually coming from the terrorist perspective here. This is the route they will take if they come mid. They'll often stop here with an AWP and they'll peek window over there. This is sometimes known as cart, otherwise it's known as top mid or top mid boxes, something along those lines. So if you're top mid, that's usually where the terrorists will stay and be AWPing. This little area here is a sneaky place that some people will hide. This is known as chair. As I mentioned before, this whole area here along up to B is known as catwalk until you get in there, in which point it's usually known as short. This little room here is ladder room, and this room will actually lead you down here into sniper's nest. This is sniper's nest or sniper's window, and then of course this leads into jungle. Alright guys, so there you go. I didn't cover absolutely every call out for this map. I think if I did that, it would get a little too specialized. There are some call outs that you will hear once in a blue moon, but I covered most of the common ones. So if you're playing on the CT side and you hear some of your teammates calling out some of these names, then hopefully you will be able to actually understand where they are. I will leave a map link down below so you guys can peruse that at your own leisure and check it out just to get it imprinted in your brains a little bit more. But seriously, the best way to learn the callouts is by actually playing the game. Hopefully this video helped you guys of me actually showing you physically in the game where the callouts are. I think it's a little bit more effective than just staring at a map and trying to memorize it. So let me know guys down below if you found this one useful, and if you'd like to see more callout videos for other maps, then that's definitely a possibility. I can look into that. Leave a like guys if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.